You too. All right. Drive time. Just a quick reminder, anybody messing with Kratom knows that there's a 7-OH compound in there. Well, that's being extracted and is 10 to 20 times more potent than heroin. And it's being sold on shelves right now at your local gas station or smoke shop. Do not mess with 7-0H. It's a pill, and they're expensive. It's like $50 for 4 pills. Anyone who's ever gone through sub withdrawal, anybody's gone through any opiate withdrawal, painkillers, Vikes, subs, I guess morphine you could add into that. That's that, but a whole new beast, but in that realm. And everybody knows, and I guess heroin too would be in that class. But people know who've tangled with that, especially Suboxone. The withdrawal and the comeback from that is brutal. And I had it beat, and I didn't take heed to the environment that I was gonna come out in. I had my mind set so much on getting past it that what I was coming out of that into was still going to put me in a cycle and around the same people, and it fell apart. And it was also a commitment that I went into, joined together with Jesus, and I feel like I let him down. Like I made it to like 40-something days of being clean, cold turkey off of that, and even down to dipping cold turkey. But I didn't wait out the rest of the time, and I didn't wait on his time, and that's what happened. Stay away from 704. Jesus is king, and also, footnote, if you're dealing with Jesus and you're dealing with the Father, you have to really wait on them and be patient. And I know sometimes it looks like nothing's happening, and in this society of instant gratification, which is another reason why there is a society of instant gratification, because they understand how God's timeline works. It's never to the people's time. And you got to remember, God's operating outside of time. We're the only ones subject to time. Okay. Now, what do we talk about? Let's get into some. Let's see. You got Candace Owens coming out with leaking stuff, not stopping. Anything she can get her hands on, it appears she's revealing stuff more and more. Who's the players? I'm new to Facebook. Let's talk about this. You have Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes appearing. We're talking about not everything they agree on, but we could say the YouTube right, Tucker, Patrick Bet-David, Joe Rogan is centrist, but he's centrist, but he leans right. He's centrist, but like he's in that camp. I'm sorry, he's still center right. He probably considers himself center left, but in the YouTube world, he's Tucker, Alex Jones, Nick Fuentes, Joe Rogan, Candace Owens, everybody else, and the other people, was MTG, Massey, Trump was, whatever happened to Dan Bongino, and that's a side issue, because that guy talked a lot of shit on his podcast, and he came face to face with whatever he had gripes with, and I would just love to pull him aside and see what he thinks. But you got these players, and then you got the left's players. So look, I don't want to make this, look, the world's a stage, and you got to question everything. You got to question if we're being sold bullshit. What's not is America first. Not Nick Fuentes America first. The idea of America first. The idea of our Constitution, of liberty and freedom. I myself am not a Republican nor Democrat. I'm not. I'm registered independent. I have conservative values. I have some libertarian in me because I'm about freedom and liberty. I am about freedom and liberty to the max. To the max. With limited government. Limited, constraint, chained down government. Local government, county government, state government, states' rights, yeah. That's states' rights guy. John Bircher, me. That's where I'm coming from. John Birch Society needs a revival in the ideology of the right and the conservative movement. We need to bring back Mr. Welch's, we got to keep him alive. Although he's passed, we got to keep that idea. That's our ideology. They got Marxist, Leninist, Saul Alinsky. We got Mr. Welch and the solid individuals and Jesus on our side. They can keep their Sauls and their Rubensteins and their Shapiros and their Levins and their Savages and their Wiener, if that's his name. You can keep them all. Nobody wants you. Just go eat some lox and bagels, which are phenomenal. Lox on smoked lox on an everything bagel, not toasted, because in Jersey, New York, you don't toast a bagel. They come out of the oven crisp and soft enough. You don't toast a bagel, especially in New York, New Jersey knows that. Maybe Connecticut, I'm not sure. You don't toast the bagels. You get them fresh out of the oven. They got to let the air hit them. They start to crisp up, but they're still soft. Throw some cream cheese on there, lox. But they can stay on their side. You're not sucking our country. You're not leeching off it no more. And yeah, it's about that. You're not leeching no more. Not leeching. It ain't happening. And we're losing so much money. Look, damn, this bothers me. Because everybody's talking about it. No one's getting deported. Trump's sucking all the money off, siphoning off of us and into fucking Israel and all the countries that don't bother Israel. The wars. Who knows who lobbyists are getting money. Big Pharma's getting theirs. Military is getting theirs. Congress is getting theirs. We're getting shafted. Yet we're funding this. What we're working for is funding this. And the people on EBT and welfare, some of them are like, F you, I'm going to go take my benefits. I ain't contributing to this. So that's part of the EBT crowd and food stamp crowd. Is they're like, you know what? I'm taking a time out of this bullshit because ain't nothing coming back to me. I'm busting my ass at my job for a paycheck to survive. Nah, man. We want to thrive as American citizens, and you can't with a leech on our system. So we have to become politically aware and go into it. People have ideas of infiltration and then showing your face. No, fine. But I also think there needs to be, we stand on truth. We stand on Jesus. We stand on the rock, the cornerstone. We don't need to, I don't feel, in my opinion, for a movement that I would have, there ain't no mask on nothing. No, you're going to hear us coming either with the engines of our bikes, the motors of our engines of our cars or the beating of our drums as we march towards your ass. We ain't wearing no mask. These people are coming for our country. They're coming for everything, our way of life, even down. I don't care how this sounds, down to that beautiful little blonde little girl in that little sundress who might be 6'7", running around in a field with a daisy in her hand. And I have sons, and there's been all men in my family, so it's not like I have a daughter. And it's not that I'm racist. It's just that image of America. Fine, throw in a little black girl with her. It don't matter, but that image of that sunrise in the field and the happiness and the smile and the blonde hair, it's just, that's the West. That's the West. And their people are coming in, but the black people got to understand, it ain't you. These people are infiltrating your shit too. And we want it white and American. But that doesn't mean you can't procreate and have your black. Have your communities, do your thing. But know and respect that, we came from something long time ago from our forefathers that stood on freedom and liberty. And that's what we're here to preserve as white and black Americans to this day. Now, I consider myself Italian because, and I'm half Sicilian and half Italian, half Napolitan. So that's kind of like, if you want to really break me down, but I'm not going there. I'm a Christian. I do understand white and black. We see that. Okay, so we could stay together in black and white to be able to procreate and to keep that strong. But infiltrators coming in, Muslims, Islamists, towel heads, Yom Kippur, Yamahas on their heads, those people, no. America first. I'll see you guys soon.